This video is going to look at factors affecting attraction and physical attractiveness in a relationship. So you need to be aware of the matching hypothesis. So this is the idea that we look for and we tend to partner up with people that are approximately equal to our own physical attractiveness levels and social desirability. So Walster and Walster claimed that we first assess our own value and then we select the best candidates from that value. So by choosing a person that's similar to our attractiveness levels means that we maximise our chances of forming a relationship rather than being rejected by someone that is out of our league. Therefore, we will be more likely to end up forming a long-term relationship with that person. So this matching is realistic because each person is influenced by chances of having their affection returned. So in reality, we end up going for people within our league, even if we might not want to, but we settle for that because we can't mate with someone out of our league. Equally, the halo effect is the idea that physical attractiveness leads to preconceived ideas about personality traits that physically attractive people or good-looking people have. So research has found that attractive people or good-looking people are rated as being kind, more sociable, stronger, and more successful in comparison to people that we deem as unattractive. Now, this could be a result of a self-fulfilling prophecy. So the belief that good-looking people have those characteristics is that people probably give them more opportunity to develop those characteristics. So they're given more opportunities to be responsible or to be successful, and therefore they develop the traits and characteristics that mean that they are more successful in work or business. So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, if we were to look at some supporting evidence for our evaluation, research looked at a meta-analysis of 17 studies and found that there was a significant correlation in ratings of attractiveness between romantic partners. So that supports the idea that people of a similar attractiveness level do end up forming a relationship with one another, so supporting the idea of the matching hypothesis. Now, a strength of that is you've got 17 studies, so it's going to be a large sample size, which reduces any participant variables or individual differences. However, it is a meta-analysis. Now, meta-analysis is subjected to publication bias. So when we looked at peer review, we talked about the idea that only research that seems to show a significant result or goes along with the status quo gets published, and any research that doesn't find a significant result is rejected. Therefore, meta-analysis only has access to research that has been published, which means publication bias could be a result. So therefore, this finding might not necessarily be consistent and actually might not reflect an accurate representation. So there might not be a correlation between the attractiveness as found in this research. We have contradictory evidence. So activity logs on an online dating site, and it found that partners wanted to meet with someone or match with someone that was more attractive than themselves. So that disproves the theory, or sorry, doesn't disprove, it counteracts the theory that we would mate with someone who's a similar attractiveness to our own. There are gender differences. So it's found that males place more importance on physical attractiveness in a long-term partner. So we can talk about gender bias, and it could lead to androcentrism, and the idea it could even lead to alpha bias. So men are more physically place more emphasis, so it's maximising the differences between males and females. However, it is useful. It can help to explain cultural consistencies. So certain features of attractiveness have been found to be pretty consistent across all cultures, so it's useful at explaining that type of attractiveness. So if we were to look at some example questions then, you might get a 16 marker that says describe and evaluate a pure 16 marker. So you do 2 AO1 paragraphs, your matching hypothesis as one, your halo effect as the other AO1 paragraph, and then you do probably about 3 point evidence explain link paragraphs if you can do. Now, in terms of past paper questions, there hasn't really been that many so far, but there is one that has come up, and that is an application 16 marker. Now, you can refer to all 3 factors that are affecting attraction in this, but we're just going to zone in on the physical attractiveness. So in relation to our AO2, our application, it's the bit that's underlined. I'm always proud to be seen out with Sasha. Other guys are really jealous when they see her. So we're referring to Teddy's comments about physical attractiveness. So why has that been a factor in helping him and Sasha form a relationship? So we can talk about the attractiveness, that we have a matching hypothesis, that we end up with people that are similar to our own, and the halo effect. So that could link into why other guys are also jealous, because Sasha is physically attractive. She's seen as having other desirable characteristics, so she might be seen as more clever, as more intelligent, kinder, a loyal girlfriend. So she's going to be seen as desirable not only because she's attractive, but because of the halo effect and having those other characteristics.